Well, hello, y'all. How y'all are today? Just another one of my rants and raves. I know the last couple of vids I put out, it ruffled some feathers, and for that I'm sorry. Uh, I didn't start this YouTube channel to come on here and cause conflict or piss people off or anything. To me, it's just a way of self-expression, you know. Because sometimes I get the feeling, that I'm the only one in the world who feels this way, and it's nice to know that there are others out there that feel the same way I do. Now, I don't expect everybody to agree with me. I know that's not realistic. And I know I'm going to get a lot of people that, they're going to disagree till, hell freezes over. But the every human is different. What works for one, what doesn't work for another. And as you get older, your thought pattern changes. You live life experiences, and you look around, you see things happening in your life that you were told when you was younger that this is the way it was going to be, and then it turned out not to be that way at all. Even though I'm more accepting on things, doesn't mean that I'm totally agree with that either. It's just, you got to make a choice. You either disagree with something and let it be like acid and just eat a hole in your heart and make you calloused and just a bitter old person, or you accept it. Say, hey, there's nothing I can do about it. That's in God's hands. He's, and that's what he tells you in his books, bring it to me, I'll take care of it. And I have faith in that. I want y'all to know I'm not an atheist. I believe Jesus Christ was born of a virgin, is God reincarnated on earth, and he died and rose in three days for remission of our sins. And if we put our faith and love in him, that he forgives our sins, past, present, and future. Now, a lot of religions don't believe that. They figure, you can gain salvation, you can lose it too. Personally, I don't. Now, I don't want to ruffle no feathers, and if you don't believe that way, hey, I respect your beliefs, but that's the way I believe. I have had, all through my life, as far as religion goes, just, I don't know, just like real deep down in my craw, it's like there's something more to this. This can't be it. And, I admire people that are dedicated Christians and they go to church every Sunday and Wednesday and they can live that life and they can preach that, and they think every word in the Bible is absolute 100% true, and like I said in one video, I just don't. And, because man stuck his hand in there, and he got his hand in the mix. So, and Jesus said, I hate to make this a religious theme, but Jesus said, he was always talking in parables. And they asked him why, and he said, because, normal person can't understand what I'm trying to tell them. So I got to talk to them like a child. And he makes references about children. And, because children are so accepting, they'll accept anything you tell them. And he calls us sheep. Sheep are the dumbest animals on the planet. If it wasn't for a shepherd, they'd be going off wandering, and they'd never find their way back. Why? It's like he says, you're my creation, but you're stupid. I've got to lead you around by the, and show you what to do and how to do, and a big majority of the people that go to church, they go to church and they believe everything that preacher up there is telling them, and to a lot of people, church is just a crutch. A church is a hospital for sick people. And, we're all sick. And we go there and we get better. And then supposedly we can go about our way. I'm not a preacher. I don't go out and I don't shove my religion down people's throats. If they want to talk about it, yeah, I'll talk about it, and I'll tell them the way I feel about it. But I'm not going to try to force it down their throat and say this is the way it is. And if you don't believe this way, no. God said in His Word, He says, I will be called by many names. Now the Christians, they believe it's Jehovah Jireh, God, Christ, Elohim, and no, people. Every culture on this earth has their own God. But it's the same God, just called by many names. It's just like the people back in the biblical days, they could see into the future, and it's like they'd have visions of like today. And they would see these big skyscrapers or these big machines or cars or planes or stuff like that. They didn't know how to explain that shit back in them days. And people talked a lot different back then than they do now. So sure, a lot of things that they said back then, are going to be misinterpreted. And all I'm saying, people, I'm going to cut this off here. All I'm saying is, don't go through life with a closed mind. Open your mind up. That's why God gave you a mind. And don't believe everything that you're told. Because there's a lot of just flat out lies out there. There's so much So many missing links to our existence. The Stone Age, we was taught about cavemen. But in the Bible, it's like Adam, and he was born and we were just, everyday people. We could talk and we could converse with each other and we had a language and, we wasn't, we wasn't cavemen. Where'd that link go? What happened? The Big Bang, meteor come to and blow the earth up. Don't be closed-minded, people. Research, study. Study the Bible. I mean, really study it. Get you a Strong's Concordance. You go in the Bible and you just pick out any word. Like when I was in church, hair. Everybody was bitching about my hair. I researched it. Every place in the Bible, it talks about hair. Okay? In one part, it might be a noun. Another part, it might be a verb. Another part, it might be something else. I don't know that much about conjectives and all that kind of stuff. But one passage it just says hair, it means a head covering. One passage it says something about hair, it's something else. And then in one passage it says, physical hair. So don't read something and hey, that's the way it is. Look it up, research it. Break things down. Ask questions. So, okay, I just want to put that out there this morning. Give y'all something to think about. Like I said, I'm not an atheist. I'm not a bad person. Does everything I believe, is that true? I don't know. It's the way I believe, though. Because God gave me this inquisitive mind. He is the one that made my brain the way it is. My thought patterns the way they are. Sorry to piss people off. But the same God that made my inquisitive mind made a gay person's mind the way they are. Don't judge people. It's like the disciples asked Jesus, Master, what is the one thing that you want us to learn about your teachings? And he said, love. He said, if you love, everything else will fall into place. Love y'all. Have a good day. Bye.